This week, I've mostly been watching Star Wars. I have you now, Luke.
Hi and welcome to tonight's big event, the closing rounds of the All-Comers Intergalactic Martial Arts Competition. We've got some great action for you coming up this evening, but first, how they got there. Well, the Conan Worf fight was pretty standard slugfest. Conan was of course using his favourite sword of Crom, while Worf went for your average batleth. This one came down to endurance. 32 hours later, Worf won by Conan collapsing through exhaustion. The second quarter-final was a complicated affair. Spock tried to use his famous neck pinch, but discovered to his cost Tribbles have no neck. In a surprise move, realising that he could not logically win this fight, Spock retired. We hope to bring you live coverage of the semi-final between these two, but we've just heard, yes, we've just heard, Worf has withdrawn due to an unexpected allergic reaction, so the Tribble wins by a fault. Now let's look at the other leg of this match. The Mary Whitehouse Marcus fight actually involved no combat whatsoever. The two sat down and endlessly debated the pointlessness of violence. Marcus in the end won by a knockout when Mary, losing her temper, decked him with a chunk of 2b4. The early part of the next fight was definitely going the Terminator's way, until the half-time break when it was rumoured that Ambassador Malari slipped Lanier a Mickey Finn. In the resulting berserker rage, the Terminator was dismantled, neatly stacked and catalogued. And now we go over live to that semi-final fight. Walker at the All-Comers Martial Arts Competition, and with me I have Marcus, one of the semi-finalists for this competition. I understand you're going against Mr. Lanier, the Minbari. What do you think your chances are?
Oh, pretty good I think, Harry. You know, he's a good lad, but he's a bit of a softie. I think I'll be okay.
So you think it's going to be an easy fight, huh?
It won't be an easy fight. He is very good at his martial arts, but I think I will win.
So, any tips for the young Minbari pike fighters out there?
Oh, no, just swing it around and hit him with it.
Other semi-finalists, Mr. Lanier from the Minbari homeworld. Mr. Lanier, pleased to meet you.
Good to meet you, Harry.
So, I understand you have a secret weapon you're going to use against Marcus.
Well, there is more than one way to use a pike. You know what I mean?
I think we folks out there know what you're talking about. So, do you think it's going to be an easy fight, or are you going to have to really work for this one?
Well, Marcus is one of the best of his group, his profession, and I think it's going to be a pretty tough challenge, but I think I've got the edge. After all, we Minbari invented the art.
So, how much meditation are you actually going to have to do before this competition?
I have been meditating intensively for the last 72 hours, without food or drink. And I think that's just about making me mean and hungry enough to want to win this one.
You don't think the lack of food's going to wear you down?
Not at all.
Well folks, it's going to be a tough fight out there. One of the best humans and one of the best Minbari with a pike. Let's go over to the action now. Walker here. Let's talk to the two finalists on this amazing game. Mr. Lanier.
Hello again, Harry.
Hello. Quite a shock final. You against a Tribble. What do you think your chances are this time?
I have absolutely no idea. I have never come up against their species before. It's almost as if they're from a different universe.
Quite possibly. Have you got any tricks up your voluminous sleeves for this event?
Well, this was a contingency I had not allowed for, which means it was somewhat remiss on my part, but I shall certainly try my best. That's all a Minbari can do.
Quite right. Okay, folks, let's talk to the other contestant, the Tribble camp of fluffy cuddlekins.
Fluffy, you did a tremendous job against the Klingon there. Do you think the Minbari is going to be more difficult? Yeah, straight from the trouble's mouth, I think there, folks.
It's all right. You can't hear a thing with that on.
This week, I've mostly been watching Sequest.
Hello again, and welcome to another episode of Martin's Models. Now, since the last episode, a lot of you have been writing in saying, Marty, just how do you get all your models looking so good? And the answer is quite simple really. It's something we in the trade call kit bashing. Now, a lot of you out there will probably think this involves a lot of materials, a lot of time, and a lot of effort. But really, it's quite simple. What you need is one of these. And now I've got exactly what I need to make an air-fixed girder bridge. Well, that's just about all for this week, but next week we'll be looking at how you can take your trusty phaser and, by splitting it down the middle, whack it in the gelaton, doing a bit of surface work, slap a coat of paint on, you can get one of these. That's all for now. See you next week.
What am I doing here?
Shh, you're selling videos.
This week, I've mostly been watching Babylon 5.
Teletubbies!
This week I've mostly been watching Thunderbirds.
What on earth have you got there, Gary?
It's a Tamagotchi.
Call that a Tamagotchi? You want to see my cyber pet?
This week I've mostly been watching X-Files. Tain't no aliens round here, but all that.
So, Linnea, what news do we have of the Rangers?
They're doing rather well, actually. They're 2-1 up against Celtic.
Yes!
This week I've mostly been watching Wonder Woman.
Who's that weirdo over in the corner?
Him?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, he's a Boba fetishist. We don't talk about him.
This week I've mostly been watching Doctor Who. Exterminate!
Wayne, lunch!
Bother! Stairs!
Mulder! Oh, I can see them now.
This week I've mostly been watching Red Dwarf.
I was called to the office the other day. Oh dear, I thought, maybe I've made one too many jibes at the expense of the Toyota Charisma, and Pebble Mill's been besieged by groups of irate owners. And then I thought, Toyota owners don't get passionate about, well, anything. It was then I realised the truth was much worse. Jeremy, he said. Yes, I said. The millennium is fast approaching, and we'd like you to do something for us. Yes, I said. We need to look to the future. We'd like you to test drive some spaceships. So, Spikes at the front, and got over the fact that it looks like it's flying backwards, it's actually got some pretty nifty extras. For a start, it's got a very handy autopilot feature. Very handy if you've had one too many at the local pleasure planet. And don't worry about maintenance, it's got an auto repair function. As for the pulling power, well, Blake did have 7. You're prone to rust. So much for Zen and the art of ship maintenance. If it's fuel economy you're after, then you do well to consider the next contender, the Eagle. Of air-fixed girder bridges, but they are very pretty girder bridges. And as for the pulling power, well, it comes with a frigid doctor, a shapeshifter, and a girl who's going to die within 5 minutes of takeoff, free with each model. Being chased by cat-suited women with whips is your bag, then this really is the vehicle for you. However, we really must draw your attention to one minor fault with it. There is a problem with the steering. I think things can't get any worse. Along comes this. But there is no getting away from it. This basically is the intergalactic Volvo. I think that the roomy interior is a redeeming feature. However, as to the decor, you could get the same effect by sticking paper plates to the wall of my flat. Suppose now you want some conclusions. Well, what a choice you've got. Rust, steering problems, or a box. I think I'd rather have a Toyota.